Dear students, let us start the fourth module of analog circuits, that is op-amp with negative feedback and general applications. So let us consider this series voltage feedback amplifier that is of non-inverting type. So non-inverting type means we are applying input to the positive terminal of the op-amp, and here comes the VF, that is feedback voltage, which is measured across the terminal R1. So this circuit is called as a feedback circuit. The drop across this is the drop across VF is calculated as voltage divider rule because here is the voltage that is at the output terminal Vout. So where VF is a part of this output applied, okay, and here we are connecting the load resistance RL. So this circuit is known as a non-inverting amplifier with feedback circuit. So let us define open loop voltage gain A. So open loop voltage gain A means without feedback, what is the gain of the amplifier? So without feedback circuit, the gain of the amplifier is given as output voltage Vout to the difference in the input voltage at the two terminals. So therefore A is equal to Vout divided by VID. Similarly, closed loop voltage gain with feedback circuit is given as AF. F stands for feedback, A stands for gain, voltage gain. So AF can be written as Vout divided by Vin because applied input is Vin. So feedback will come into picture now. So therefore AF is equal to output voltage Vout divided by input voltage Vin. Gain of the feedback circuit is given as V is equal to VF divided by Vout. So gain of the feedback circuit, because here we are applying that is the drop here is VF and the total voltage is Vout, okay. So therefore the feedback circuit gain is given by VF divided by Vout. So applying KVL to the loop, we will write the expression like this. That is VID is equal to Vin minus VF. So when we look at the circuit, VID is equal to input voltage V1. What is the voltage applied? Vin. So we here near the V2 it is nothing but the VF. So VID can be written as Vin minus VF. Okay. Then op-amp always amplifies the difference in the input voltage VID. So this input voltage VID is amplified. So then we will discuss non-inverting op-amp. So in a non-inverting op-amp, let us define what is closed loop voltage gain expression. So closed loop voltage gain, as we defined earlier, AF can be written as with feedback it is. So gain of the amplifier with feedback AF is given as Vout divided by Vin. And what is Vout? As we know, Vout is equal to what? Difference in input voltage into open loop gain A. So difference in input voltage, you know, one terminal we are applying Vin, other terminal is applied with VF. Using this expression we are writing, so A into Vin minus VF. So when we substitute this, so we got Vout is equal to A into Vin minus, so what is VF? We will look at the circuit here. VF can be obtained by the voltage divider rule. So consider this as a one circuit. So here what is the voltage? Vout. VF is part of that Vout. So voltage in this branch is equal to resistance in the same branch, that is R1, divided by sum of resistance, that is R1 plus RF, into total voltage applied Vout. So the same expression we have now, Vout into R1 divided by R1 plus RF. So now just rearranging, taking LCM, multiplying the terms, we will get expression like this. So and then rearranging, so finally writing the expression for output voltage Vout is given by this expression. So further, this AR1 term is very much large when compared to R1 plus RF. So what happens when this term is very large? We can neglect this denominator term itself. Okay, so then we can write R1 plus RF plus AR1 is almost is equal to AR1 itself. Okay, if we retain the same thing, so what happens? We write only AR1. So our expression will be V out is equal to, so instead of this term we are writing only AR1 term. So here in the numerator, AR1 into V in plus ARF into V in divided by only AR1. So and then separating the two terms, we will get 1 plus RF by R1, because AR1 cancel, so 1 plus, okay, so AR1 A cancel, so what is remaining? RF by R1. So if we write in terms of feedback, so V out is equal to V in term I am sending on left side, so AF is equal to V out by V in 1 plus RF by R1. So next we'll write the feedback circuit feedback gain as B. The feedback circuit gain B is given by Vf divided by V out. So Vf divided by V out is taken as R1 divided by R1 plus RF. Vf by V out is taken as, so Vf, what is the voltage? What is the resistance? That is, Vf is nothing but drop across R1. So R1 divided by, what is V out? That is the voltage drop between this node to this node. So that is R1 between, that is R1 plus RF. So that's why we are writing R1 divided by R1 plus RF. So next circuit is, next we are writing the gain of the feedback circuit is reciprocal of the closed loop voltage gain, that is AF can be written as 1 over beta, that is evident from the expression 3 and 4. So this is the expression number 3, that is AF is equal to 1 plus RF by R1, or it is R1 plus RF divided by R1. So it is just the reciprocal, these two expressions are reciprocal of each other. So we can write RF is equal to 1 over B. Right. So next is the block diagram representation of non-inverting amplifier with feedback. So here we are applying the input voltage, right? So and difference in input voltage is given to the A terminal, that is for amplification, which is taken as the output, and again from the output through the feedback network with a gain B. So we are obtaining the feedback signal V of, where VID is the difference between V in and the feedback signal, that is VID is equal to V in minus VF. So this is what the block diagram representation of non-inverting amplifier with feedback. The closed loop voltage gain can be expressed in terms of open loop gain A and feedback gain B as follows. So now we write the closed loop gain AF as we know V out divided by V in. Okay, so that is, so closed loop gain A is equal to V out divided by input voltage applied, that is V in. So which is given as A into R1 plus RF divided by A1 plus RF plus AR1. This expression, that is resuming the equation 2 itself. This equation itself we are recalling the same expression. We are rewriting here. Now we are just rearranging the term. So what is the rearrangement? Divide numerator and denominator terms by R1 plus RF. So if we apply that, so it will be look like this expression. So and then these terms can cancel. So we are getting A divided by 1 plus A into R1 divided by R1 plus RF, where we already know B is given as R1 divided by R1 plus RF. So therefore representing this term as B, right? So we are writing AF is equal to A divided by 1 plus A beta or AB. So where AF is the closed loop voltage gain, A is the open loop voltage gain, B is the gain of the feedback circuit, and AB is called as a loop gain. So this AB is referred as loop gain of the amplifier circuit. So next is input voltage gain ideally. Input voltage ideally 0, that is difference input voltage ideally 0. So as we know, the output voltage is given as the gain into the difference in input voltage VID, or we can write VID is equal to V out divided by A. So as we know, the gain ideal op amp, the gain of the ideal op amp is infinity, that is ideally A value is 0. So if we substitute in this expression, then what must be the ideal value of VID? So VID must be is equal to anything by infinity is 0. So then VID must be equal to 0. So ideally that is difference input voltage value must be equal to 0 volts. So that is V1 is equal to V2, because we know V1 is the voltage at one terminal of op amp and V2 is the voltage at other terminal of the op amp. So difference in the voltage between V1 and V2 is 0, means that V1 must be equal to V2 ideally. Hence V1 is equal to, we know that here V1 is V in voltage, whereas V2 is the feedback voltage Vf. Okay, so therefore V2 is equal to Vf. So what is Vf? We will substitute. So Vf from the voltage divider rule, we can write it as R1 divided by R1 plus Rf into Vout from the voltage divider rule. So substituting equation 1 and 2 in this expression, okay, that is Vin is equal to, because V1 is nothing but V in voltage in our circuit, whereas V2 is nothing but this voltage divider expression. So V1 is nothing but, because in this circuit V1 what we are applying V in, to V2 terminal what we are applying Vf. So the same thing we are writing here. Okay, so that is substituting 1 and 2 in the expression, in place of V1 we are writing V in place of V2 this expression. Okay, Vf expression we are writing. So then after rearranging, so if we write for V out by V in term, so then V out by V in term is nothing but R1 plus Rf divided by R1, or if we separate these two terms, so it will be 1 plus Rf by R1. Okay, so the input resistance with feedback, that is the next topic. So remember, so what is the gain of non-inverting op amp? So gain of the non-inverting op amp, that is closed loop gain of the non-inverting op amp, is given by 1 plus Rf by R1. The input resistance with feedback, so this is the amplifier circuit. Okay, so here we are applying the input voltage V in and here we are drawing the output voltage V out. So this is the feedback resistance Rf and this is the resistance R1. Okay, so RIF, this is the resistance. So Rin equal to 0 is nothing but, here the internal resistance of this source is 0 ohms. So in the circuit R1 is the input resistance. So this is the input resistance of the op amp and RIF is the input resistance of the op amp with feedback. RIF is input resistance of the op amp with feedback. So therefore we can write RIF as V in divided by I in. So here what is the input voltage? V in. What is the input current? I in. R is equal to what? V by I. So RIF can be written as V in divided by I in. Okay, and further we write what is I in. So I in is nothing but, so I in is the current that is flowing towards this node, so which can be written as VID divided by RI. So here you can see here the circuit. So this one RI, okay, so and the RI, okay. So V in, that is I in can be written as this V in or VID voltage divided by RI voltage. Okay. So therefore, VID is given as V out by A. So substituting that, so V out can be written as A into V in divided by 1 plus A beta from the previous result. So substituting that in the expression, RIF can be written as, so denominator of the denominator comes to numerator, that is RI. Okay. So then V in can be written as V in can be written as V out into 1 plus A beta divided by A. Okay, right? And I in can be that is VID can be written as V out by A. Okay, so this A cancels. So finally we are remaining with RIF is equal to 1 plus A beta. So this is the term we are remaining with. RIF is equal to 1 plus A beta. So here the input resistance of the op-amp with feedback is 1 plus AB times without feedback. That is RIF is equal to 1 plus AB times the RI. It must be 1 plus AB times the RI. Make the change. Then the output resistance with feedback. We'll discuss output resistance with feedback. So consider the circuit. So this is the circuit to derive the output resistance. So ROF is given as the output resistance with feedback. It stands for feedback. So it can be written as this output voltage V out divided by I naught. Okay, V out by I naught. So applying KCL to the node N. So because the current entering the node N is I naught, the current leaving from this node is IA and IB. So we can write I naught is equal to IA plus IB. Or here IB is very much negligible as RF plus R1 value parallel with RI is very much greater than the R naught. So we can neglect this current, that is, since it is having high output impedance, so this current is not negligible. So I out can be written as only IA. So to get I naught, we will apply KVL for the open loop. Okay, so we will apply KVL for the open loop. So we will write V out minus this loop V out minus what is current flowing through this. Here is the resistance R naught. V out minus R naught into I naught. Okay, so then minus A into VID. So here it is minus A into VID is equal to 0. So if we rearrange, so then we will get I naught is equal to this term, that is V naught minus A into VID by R naught. So we can write VID as difference in input voltage V1 minus V2. So now the input voltage is now short circuited, it is negligible, will not come into picture. So substituting it as 0. So 0 minus VF. So VF can be written as R1 into V0 divided by R1 plus RF. So that is equal to minus B into V0. So therefore we can write, therefore I naught is given by this expression. Substituting this I naught in the expression of ROF, because ROF is equal to V naught divided by I naught. So when we substitute I naught expression in the original expression, then we will get ROF is equal to R naught divided by 1 plus A beta. So which shows that output resistance of the voltage series feedback amplifier is 1 divided by 1 plus AB times the R naught, that is output resistance of op-amp. So then we will discuss about bandwidth with feedback. Okay, so this is the diagram of open loop gain versus frequency curve. So this is the frequency curve, which shows that open loop gain versus frequency curve of 741 op-amp. Okay, so bandwidth of an amplifier is defined as a band frequency for which gain remain constant. So when the voltage gain remain constant over the frequency, it is called as a bandwidth of a op-amp, or a bandwidth in general. So here in this diagram, open loop gain versus bandwidth curve shows that the curve for 200k, the bandwidth is approximately 5 kilohertz. Okay, therefore the bandwidth product is given by, so 200k into 5, that is equal to 1 megahertz, that is 1 megahertz is the bandwidth, approximate bandwidth. When the gain is 1, the bandwidth gain product is always constant. So then the frequency at which the gain equal to 1 is generally known as unity gain bandwidth, UGB. That is the frequency at which the gain is equal to 1 is referred as unit gain bandwidth. So which is given as A into F naught. So where A is nothing but open loop voltage and F naught is nothing but break frequency of an op-amp. So only for a single break frequency, if we are writing, then UGB, that is unity gain bandwidth, is given as EF into FF, where EF is closed loop voltage gain and FF is bandwidth with frequency. So then equating these two equation, because this is also defined for UGB and this is also defined for UGB, when we equate both and evaluating for FF, which is nothing but the feedback of non-inverting amplifier, so which is given by A into F naught divided by AF. So for the feedback of non-inverting amplifier, AF is given by A divided by 1 plus A beta. So then substituting for AF in this expression, so in the above expression FF, that is the frequency, we are substituting this expression, so we are obtaining in this form, so A cancels. So therefore FF is nothing but F naught into 1 plus A beta, that is multiplied. So we are this factor, the gain, that is 1 plus A beta term is multiplied to the F naught, which indicates that bandwidth of the non-inverting amplifier with feedback is equal to the bandwidth without feedback of times 1 plus A beta. So what is with feedback and without feedback is related by this expression. So then we will discuss the next thing, that is inverting op-amp. So inverting op-amp is also called by the name voltage shunt feedback amplifier. So this is the block diagram of, or a circuit diagram of voltage shunt feedback amplifier or inverting amplifier. This is inverting amplifier. So here as usual we are applying, since it is an inverting amplifier, we are applying input signal to the inverting terminal, whereas non-inverting terminal is grounded. So here comes the feedback circuit, that is with the feedback resistance, and here we are drawing the output. So it can be written in this form also. We are applying input through the negative terminal V in. So this is through the resistance R1 input, and this is a feedback resistance connecting V1 terminal to V out. So then here we will discuss closed loop voltage gain. So to define a closed loop voltage gain, so let us consider these currents and let we apply KCL for node V2. So if we apply KCL for node V2, so V2 is here, If we apply KCL for this node V2, the current which is entering is I in, and the two currents which are leaving are IB and IF. So if we write the expression, so we can write I in is equal to, these two currents are leaving, so therefore IF plus IB. So here I in is nothing but IF. So I in is nothing but the current IF. Why? Because IB is negligible since RI is very large. So we can say that these two are almost same. Why? Because IB value is very much negligible. The current into the op amp is 0. Ideally it is 0, right? So next we'll write in that expression. So what we written, I in is equal to IF. So what is I in? I in is flowing from V in terminal to V2 terminal. So we can write V in minus V2 divided by R1. So that is V in minus V2 divided by R1. So here IF is nothing but, this is a feedback current which is flowing from V2 node to V out node. So we can write potential difference by resistance. So V2 minus V0 divided by RF. So therefore we will write V2 minus V0 divided by RF. So we also know that V1 minus V2 is nothing but output voltage divided by, we usually know that the output voltage V out is equal to gain times the difference voltage. So using the same expression, here we apply V1 value as 0 and V2 value as minus V out by A. So as you can see in the circuit, V1 is not connected to any input voltage, so therefore V1 is considered as 0, whereas V2 is considered as minus V out by A. Here V2 is minus V out by A. V2 can be written as minus V out by A. So when we substitute in that expression, so wherever V2 is there, we are writing minus V2 by A. So if we substitute in the expression and obtaining the ratio V out by V in, so we are obtaining in this form. So when we solve like this, so then we are getting AF as minus ARF divided by this one. So again AR1 term is very much large compared to this. So therefore we obtain AA cancels minus RF by R1. So ideally the gain with feedback is written as, that is gain without feedback is written as minus RF by R1. So this is the gain. So then we'll write in the another form, that the same expression EF, that is denominator and numerator is multiplied by R1 plus RF term. So thence we are obtaining in this expression, we are dividing numerator and denominator by RF plus R1. So what is in the numerator? It is ARF divided by R1 plus RF. Here R1 plus RF divided by R1 plus RF reduced to 1. Then AR1 divided by R1 plus RF. So we are redefining RF divided by R1 plus RF as K, and as we know this is B, that is R1 divided by R1 plus RF is B. So K is written as RF divided by R1 plus RF, a voltage attenuation factor. So this K is referred as voltage attenuation factor, whereas B is referred as R1 divided by R1 plus RF, that is gain of the feedback circuit. So when we compare this gain of the feedback circuit of inverting op amp with the non-inverting op amp, so it indicates that addition of the phase inversion sign to the closed loop gain of the inverting op amp is K times the closed loop gain of the non-inverting op amp. So to derive the ideal closed loop gain, AF is written as minus K by beta. So that is minus substitute. So therefore substituting in the expression, we will get AF as minus RF by R1. The next one is inverting input terminal at virtual ground. So dear students, consider the op-amp circuit. So as you know, VID is nothing but difference in the input voltage is nothing but V1 minus V2. But ideally that difference in the input voltage must be 0, which means that V1 and V2 voltages are exactly same for in ideal condition, that is V1 must be equal to V2. So applying the same concept in the circuit, if both voltages are same, then respective currents must be same. So voltage through the terminal 1 is V1, so there the current is I in. Through the terminal 2 the current is IF. Since both voltages are same in ideal condition, we can write I in is equal to IF. So we can write what is I in. So looking at the circuit, what is I in? So I in is nothing but V in minus V2 divided by R1, and IF is nothing but V2 minus V out divided by RF. So substituting in the expression, we can write this expression from that circuit diagram. So however, we know that since according to the virtual ground concept or in ideal condition, both voltages must be same. Since V2 is connected to ground, so V1 must be also equal to ground. So look at the circuit here. V1 is connected to, that is V2 is connected to ground terminal. So then we can say that the voltage at this terminal is also equal to ground. So therefore we are writing V1 equal to V2 equal to 0 volt. So therefore V1 is nothing but V in by R1 is equal to V2 is nothing but minus V out by RF, that are equal. Or if we take the ratio V out by V in, so we can write minus RF by R1. So AF can be written as minus RF by R1, right? So this is also same as the previous expression. So next we will speak about input resistance with feedback. To find the input resistance, we have to millerize the feedback resistance RF. So it is as shown in the circuit diagram. So this is the equivalent circuit as shown in the circuit diagram. So RIF can be found as this resistance R1 plus parallel combination of this resistance RF divided by 1 plus A and this resistance RI. So therefore RIF can be written as R1 plus this resistance parallel with this resistance RE. Okay. So now RI and A are very large. So therefore we can say that RF divided by 1 plus A parallel with R1 is almost equal to 0 volts. This RI is almost equal to 0 ohms. So therefore RIF can be written as only R1. So therefore RIF is equal to R1. So input resistance with feedback RIF can be written as only R1. So next we will speak about output resistance with feedback. So this is the circuit diagram in order to find the output resistance with feedback. So this is a Thevenin's equivalent circuit, that is ROF of the inverting amplifier. The output resistance with feedback ROF can be found as, right, R0 divided by 1 plus A beta. So ROF is written as from the circuit diagram, that is R0 divided by 1 plus A beta, where R0 is the output resistance of the op-amp divided by 1 plus A beta, where A is open loop gain of the op-amp, B is the gain of the feedback circuit. So then we will speak about bandwidth with feedback. So we know that the gain of the amplifier with feedback is always less than the gain without feedback. So bandwidth of the amplifier with feedback FF must be larger than without feedback. So it is here the gain of the amplifier with feedback is less than without feedback, but the bandwidth of the amplifier with feedback is reverse, that is larger than without feedback. So we can write with feedback the bandwidth FF is equal to F naught, that is bandwidth frequency F naught into 1 plus A beta. So it is with feedback the frequency is greater without feedback by the factor 1 plus A beta, where F naught is the break frequency of the op-amp. So it can be written in the ratio of unity gain bandwidth divided by open loop voltage gain. So that is unity gain bandwidth is UGB divided by open loop voltage gain A. So substituting in the expression of F naught, we'll get, so in F naught we are substituting this UGB by A into 1 plus A beta. So now, so we call this as a factor K, where K is RF divided by R plus F, right, and AF is written by AK divided by 1 plus A beta if we substitute. So we are obtaining in this expression, that is the frequency with feedback is written as unity gain bandwidth into K divided by gain with feedback, where FF is UGB for non-inverting amplifier, FF is equal to UGB by 2 for inverting amplifier, since R1 is equal to RF. So then we'll speak about DC and AC amplifiers. So properties of closed loop amplifier depend primarily on the characteristics of feedback networks. So amplifier will always depend on the feedback network rather than of the only op-amp itself. So DC amplifier we'll discuss first. So here we are considering a non-inverting amplifier. Non-inverting amplifier, here, so an op-amp to amplify the type of signals, that is AC and DC. In DC amplifier, the output changes in response to the changes in DC input levels, and a DC amplifier can be inverting, non-inverting, or a differential amplifier. So an op-amp can be AC as well as DC. So here when we speaking about DC amplifier, an op-amp can be inverting DC amplifier, non-inverting DC amplifier, or a differential DC amplifier. First we are considering inverting amplifier. In inverting amplifier, so we are applying input to the inverting terminal. In non-inverting amplifier, we are applying input to the non-inverting or a positive terminal. So in this case, when we are applying input here, this terminal is made as ground. When we are applying input here we are applying the input, whereas this terminal is connected to ground. So rest of the feedback circuit, everything remains same. So as we know, the inverting amplifier output is given by inverting gain, we know minus RF by R1 into input voltage. Non-inverting amplifier gain, as we calculated, 1 plus RF by R1 into Vin. So next is a difference amplifier. So here we are applying for one terminal V1 we are applying the voltage Vx, the other terminal we are applying the voltage Vy. So which will amplify the difference in these two terminal voltage. Hence Vout can be written as, that is inverting gain minus RF by R1. This is minus RF by R1. Here R1 and R2 values are almost same. So minus RF by R1 into what is the voltage here, that is this voltage V1 minus V2. So V1 voltage is Vx minus V2 voltage is Vy. So we can write Vout is equal to minus RF by R1 into Vx minus Vy, or we can write RF by R1 into Vy minus Vx if we take this minus inside. So that is inverting amplifier with external offset compensating network, right? So to reduce the output offset voltage to 0, so in order to improve the accuracy of the DC amplifier, the offset null circuitry of the op-amp should be used for op amps